What's up, YouTube? I have my first narrated battle here with an all-new team, and it ends up going pretty well. So, he leads off with Swampert, I lead off with Edrian. I don't really care about taking a hit from him, I know I'm faster. I'll live the surf, the waterfall, or the earthquake, so I set up some rocks. I like to set up rocks early. And he goes for the earthquake. I have a Shuckleberry which weakens ground attacks, so I'm gonna survive. Now, I don't really like exploding early in the game in case he has a Dust Noir or a Gengar or something like that, but I go for it anyway. And of course, he has a Gengar, which kind of sucks, I guess, but it allows me to bring in my Scizor, which traps Gengars. I can either Bullet Punch going first if he stays in to try to attack and kill it, or I can Pursuit if he wants to switch and kill it. So he tries to switch and I Pursuit and catch him. Either way, if he wanted to stay in and attack, I would have lived the hit, and Pursuit would have killed it. So it doesn't really matter. Now, this Scizor is banded. Pursuit isn't really going to do much to Metagross, so I have to get out of here. I go to Airplanes because he can really use a Wish right now. But actually not really, because Hidden Power Fire doesn't do anything to him. Leftovers almost heals it completely. So I go for the Surf. Why not, right? And he brings in Blissey, who's going to take the hit like a beast. Because that's the only word to describe Blissey. Blissey's a beast. So now I have to switch to something. Something's going to get T-Waved, so I'm thinking about what to switch to. I go back to Scizor, because I know he doesn't care about being paralyzed, and he gets scared away with Superpower. So in comes Scizor, and it's like, damn, him again? And he gets paralyzed. And now I know he's going to switch. He doesn't want to take a Superpower to the face. So I use U-turn here. But of course I get Para-Hacks, so you don't get to see my cunning prediction, which isn't even that cunning, I guess. And now I want to see what he wants to do, so I use U-turn again. He tries to Toxic me, which doesn't work. Not only am I paralyzed, but I'm a Steel type. So I U-turn, and here I'm gassed, because this is my first time using magnezone, and it's like, yes, I get to trap Skarmory. And at first I didn't see leftovers on it, so I'm thinking he has a Shed Shell, but he stays in and taunts and lets me sub up, so I guess maybe he doesn't have lefties or a Shed Shell. Who knows what he had. Maybe a Berry to resist fire. So I go for the T-Bolt. I know I'm going to one-hit KO it. And this is the start of Magnezone just tearing apart his team. So here I'm expecting Blissey to come in. I was going to explode from behind the sub and take it out. But he brings in Swampert, which I guess was a good move. But not for this Magnezone, because this Magnezone has Hidden Power Grass. So I'm thinking, yes, it's dead, right? Nope, he would have a Rondo Berry to resist the Grass attack. So this move right here is what won me the game. He uses Stealth Rock. I guess he thought I was going to switch or something, instead of Earthquaking and breaking the sub, which allows me to use Hidden Power Grass again and kill it. And I get to keep my sub up for whatever else he wants to bring in. So Magnezone killed Skarmory and Swampert. And it's probably going to kill whatever he brings in, right? So here I'm like, he has to bring in Blissey now. I'm going to explode on his face, but he brings in Metagross. So I guess that's not bad. I can 2-hit KO with Thunderbolt. So I go for it. And brings it down, doesn't kill it. He uses Hidden Power Fire, which I'm still kind of surprised he has. Why not Fire Punch? I don't see that too often. And it breaks the sub. I stay in and Thunderbolt again, and that's the third Pokemon Magnezone kills. So it's like, nice, I'm glad I brought this guy. My first time using him. Salamence comes in, takes 25% from Salt Rock, and at this point, I didn't really care if he had a fire attack or earthquake or whatever, because I had enough Pokemon to deal with whatever he wanted to do with Blissey and Salamence. So I stayed in to go for the explosion, because I didn't want him to Dragon Dance thinking I would switch out or something. So Magnezone dies from the earthquake, and I bring in Scizor, who's going to Bullet Punch. I didn't know how much Bullet Punch would do. I didn't think if he had a fire attack, flamethrower, fire blast, something like that. And it doesn't kill it, and I'm like, great. But he uses Earthquake, so he must have been choice something. And I know I'll live another Earthquake in case Parahax wants to wants to set in. And thankfully it doesn't, so I get to kill the Salamence. He brings in Blissey, and I guess it does impact counter. He has nothing to do, so he just runs. Thanks for watching. My first battle went pretty good. Comment, rate, subscribe. I plan to come out with a lot more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.